So I'm giving my bass guitar a makeover. Well, I've already given it the makeover. I'm recording this 2 days after starting the project. Essentially, I've had this bass for a really long time and I wanted to give it a new look. It was looking pretty beat up and janky. I spent a couple of hours on YouTube watching tutorials on how one would go about doing this on a budget and by yourself without many tools. And I came up with a sort of plan. This plan ended up changing quite a lot as I worked on the project. And it was cool. I learned a lot throughout the process and I'm satisfied with the results. I suppose you'll see how it turns out at the end of this video. So initially my plan was to just sand the entire bass down by hand and then apply wood stain to give it some color. I found this picture of a bass guitar online and I really liked the color of it. And after some more searching I found this pattern or painting style of painted guitar, and I quite like that too, and I thought a combination of the two would look really cool together. So in any case, this much of a plan was really enough for me to move forward and sort of try to feel my way out from there. So yeah, the next day I thought I would just start sanding, and then I realized that I would actually need to dismantle the entire bass. For some reason that completely slipped my mind. So I spent the rest of that night just dismantling the bass, taking everything apart, keeping track of where everything goes. I don't have any sort of system, everything's just kind of sitting there on the table. But I'll be able to figure it all out again. If not, there's YouTube. Another thing that I needed to do was a color test just to see how the original stain that I had looked, the green stain that I had bought at a previous point in time for some unknown reason. It's the next morning.
It's a dense joke. It's really only for a couple of people. Reflect on the sad tedium of self-awareness.
Okay, wow, I've been busy with this for the entire day. So essentially, once I was done with the paint stripping, I went in and sanded it twice. The first time using an 80 grit sandpaper. I then moved to a 100 grit sandpaper. So I applied some of the African mahogany stain first and then sanded it off again. And what that does is the stain remains in the deeper parts of the wood, which lines up with the grain of the wood. So highlights it quite nicely when you sand away the stain on the top layer of wood, essentially. Anyway, I have put masking tape down to separate the areas that I want to stain separately. I'm going to be using that green/blue mixture on the outsides of the body. And then in this middle center strip, I'm going to use the rich mahogany. Possibly multiple coats, but I'll see about that as I go along. I'm kind of nervous to start, but I think I'm just gonna power through. Just get it done with so that it can dry overnight and then tomorrow